So hello and welcome to day 5 of 40 days of writing. Well, you obviously don't know, but you may know that if you read day 2, this is a second bash, a second go at a couple of writing prompts I'm trying to cover in this 40 days of writing thing that I'm doing. Due to sort of epic IT fail and just not being able to get computers and things to work and talk to each other on Thursday. I tried to do this before and I'm kind of trying again to do it. I have renewed respect for the people of YouTube who do this as a living, because A, how do you do this as a living, and B, it takes a long time to edit and to kind of like redo these videos. So yeah, renewed respect for that. But basically, the writing prompts that I've got, that I'm looking at, that I'm using for this 40 days of writing thing, aren't in a specific order. I did look for like a specific blog through Lent or 40 days of writing or something like that, and they didn't seem to exist. I thought they would, but there wasn't anything that I kind of really liked and anything I really warmed to. So what I've got a couple of different sort of specific month plans for writing and blog prompts and things like that. And basically I'm just kind of mashing them together, and as it goes through the days I choose one that I like and choose one that I fancy. And the two that sort of like tickled my fancy for today, or tickled my fancy for a couple of days ago, were show us where you blog and do a vlog. And I thought I could kind of kill two birds with one stone and kind of mash those two together. And you know, a couple of people, a few friends, when they've questioned whether blogging is something that they wanted to do and something that they could be doing, asked about like my process when it comes to writing, and I guess it's something that kind of is interesting to think about and look at, especially as one of the purposes of doing this 40 days of writing thing is actually to get over a writer's block. So it's interesting to kind of look at and to think about the process and my process as it, you know, when it comes to blogging, and then how I blog and where I blog and things like that. So yeah, I guess kind of just a sort of nod to that writer's block. I think it's an interesting thing, it's a phenomenon, it's something that I've known happen with other bloggers and other vloggers and things, where they've had not a post that's gone viral, but a post that's been really well read or really specifically like significant or poignant to them. And then, you know, they really struggle with where to go from there, and I guess that's something that I found and I struggled with, and why I had this writer's block is because, you know, my post in January, my last blog post in January, was such a big and significant thing that then I was like, well, what do I say now? You know, writing a coming out blog, like I said at the time, was something that I never thought I would ever do, and so I then was like, well, what do I say now? Because in a way nothing has changed, but everything has changed at the same time, and I really struggled with, well, what do I say now? Because I thought I would never say this, I thought I would never write about this. What do I do now? So, you know, that's kind of why I'm trying to get over this writer's block, and, you know, just to kind of word about that blog in January. If you stopped to read it, if you commented on it, and I've not seen you personally, to say, you know, just thank you for taking the time to read it, and thank you for taking the time, the people who have commented and you know, been so supportive and been so kind. So yeah, just I guess a really quick, just simple little look at kind of where I blog and my process as it comes to blogging. So when I blog, I always am in my room, as I am currently, and I'm always at my desk. I write my blogs on my computer. I don't really like writing them on anything else, like my iPad or anything like that. So when it comes to blogging, I am at my massive computer, and here is massive computer just there. It's a really big screen, which I really like. It's I bought it in my first year of uni, and it's really good to write kind of extended pieces of work on, so kind of essays and sermons and things. And when I wrote the book, it was really good to write, because you can see sort of 2 full pages of A4, which is really nice. So I always write on my computer like this. I write in a really scrunched up, really bad posture. I hate the way that I sit, but it's the way I sit. So I often get quite a numb bum because I sort of sit. I try and get a blog out in kind of one hit. I don't really like coming back to stuff when I've started it. So I can be up here for sort of 2 hours if the words aren't behaving themselves, if I'm struggling to kind of get a flow. So I can get a really numb bum because I'm sort of sat in a really sort of weird way. But when I come to blog, I always sort of write intentionally I will know what I'm writing about. I'll have a theme in mind, and I often will have like a first sentence or a quote or a film or music, something like that, you know, that will get me thinking, get the ball rolling. But I don't blog knowing that it's going to be a blog. Basically, I don't write straight into my blog site. I write on Word and then kind of take things across, basically because I don't ever write knowing that it's going to be a blog. I give myself a kind of get out of jail free card, a get out clause almost, to say that actually sometimes what I write and what I need to write about and what I'm thinking about isn't blog worthy and isn't something that other people are going to be interested in, and blah blah blah. So I give myself a choice, and I give myself an option to kind of read through it at the end when I've finished up and go, is this for other people or is this just something that I need to process? And you know, I have so many pieces of writing saved on my computer that were never ever going to be vlogs, because actually they were just stuff that I needed to think about and needed to write about. So yeah, I write with a theme in mind, and I kind of will have the next couple of themes in my head as I'm kind of thinking about what I'm being challenged about and stuff that I would like to be writing about and blogging about and things like that. But I will play with them for a few weeks in my mind and kind of add things and sort of make notes and stuff on my phone. And that's why I like not blogging massively regularly, because it gives me that option. But yeah, I hope you're kind of enjoying the slightly different posts that I'm making in these 40 days of writing idea, and there's maybe slightly more light-hearted, slightly different takes on writing and stuff like that. And if you're not, then that's fair enough. But if you are, then make sure you kind of check back over the next few weeks, as there will be lots of treats for your eyes to read and things like that, and maybe a few things to kind of think about as well. Because they're not all lighthearted, there are a few sort of poignant and thought-provoking questions and prompts and stuff in there as well. But yeah, I hope you are having a wonderful, well, it's Saturday today, it'll be Sunday tomorrow when you see this, so I hope you're having a lovely weekend, and I shall see you again soon. Bye!